All right, what's going on? Welcome back to my Seahawks fantasy franchise. We are currently sitting 5-2 in Week 8, going up against the 1-5 Jags. So let's just go ahead and go through this list, hit up this weekly strategy, check out the teams, and let's just go ahead and get into the game. All right, so here's all the people I'm upgrading. Like if Quez was just the best route runner in the league. All right, so here, let me show you my squad. Matthew Stafford, we got him out there for the 96 throw power. Very necessary when you have 97 speed. Leonard Fournette, a lot of power backs. And we just went for speed in the wide receiver position. I didn't go for overall, I went for speed. 97 speed, 95, 91. And we got 94 on the bench. The reason he's on the bench is because he's short. And I'd rather have 91, 6'1 Sammy Watkins on there. Tight end, Evan Ingram, 89 speed, you feel me? And then we got Derek Wolf, Derek Barnett, the Derek brothers, Tyson Alualu, Michael Kendricks, Devin Bush, and Gruber Hill. All fast. Shaquille Griffin, Eric Stokes, Jason Verrett. All fast. Free safety, Devin McCourty. Fast. Strong safety, Jamal Adams and Kyle Duggar. Fast. That's what we did. Slot wide receiver, Valdez Scantling. And then sub linebacker, Jamal Adams. Slot corner, Jason Verrett. Now let's check out his team, the Jaguars. Tua Tagovailoa would not have been my choice. Cam Akers, Michael Gallups, let's just 91, 90, 91, 80. Marcus Lawrence, okay. Joey Bosa, jeez. That pass rush is going to be nasty. Slow corners, like it's not even fair. Neither one of them can keep up with my top two. And his safeties are slow. Yeah, this is going to be a bad game for him. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is an easy dub. Let's go ahead and see what the league is looking like right now. Matthew Stafford's number 3 in passing yards. Doesn't look like we're leading the league in anything, really. Yeah, we're not leading the league in anything. But it's all good. There's still a few undefeated people in the league. So I'm going to have to come for their heads because absolutely not. But next week we have a bye after this, but hey man. All right, let's go ahead and wait, hold on. Let's look at the overall ranks. 8 pass points per game, 3 in passing yards. We're getting rushed on a lot. That's not okay. Offensive rank number 2. Okay, you love to see it. Pass touchdowns, 7 rush touchdowns, number 7 giveaways, 15. We don't like that. Defensive rank number 26. Yeah, we gotta step it up on defense. I don't know how he's number 5 when you're 1-5. How does that make sense? Whatever. Oh, it's because you have the number 30 offense. That's the third worst offense in the league. All right, let's get into the game.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down at 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun, here's Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the deep.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
It sound right, boys.
Stafford on first down. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks in 2020. One of the great technicians as a pass rusher in the league.
Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Watkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead goes to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
It sound right, boys.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook,
It
and just
sound
start
right,
firing the
boy.
ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On play action, here's Tua. Rolling to his right. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He's picked off at his own 47, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Running left, it's Fournette, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, it'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Stafford on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Second and goal from inside the 5. Fournette again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now second and 4. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete here.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. That's out to the flat for Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The kick by McManus is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. RG3, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua gonna tap
Check
this
the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a run with Akers. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them.
It sound right, boys.
Stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It sound right, boys.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage,
sound
the
right,
37
boy.
on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams bring tendency to do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency to break at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Stafford. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Leonard Fournette with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, what a move. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 31-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run the counter. Akers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. A short one there to Freiermuth. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held it to a short gain on that one. It almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles...
All right, well, that was the game. So yeah, that guy was clearly 1-5 for a reason, and now the guy is 1-6. So we balled out as we should have. Ended up getting a field goal, but you know we'll eat that. We won't let that get to us. Leonard Fournette, couldn't really get him loose that game yet. Pretty good run D, but his pass defense was atrocious. So. That's what we attacked. We're still number 3 for passing yards. Quez Watkins is still up there. He might get passed up though. Tyreek Hill's balling out. And yeah, man. And the Bengals just beat the Titans. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day. All right. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, like the video, comment below anything else you would like to see on this channel. And until next time, peace.